Um, there's one thing that's trouble plagued me always. When I come to that place of no thought, I want to stay there. Oh, there's no language, no thought, nothing.
Yes.
And I want to stay there forever. I don't know how.
Okay, let me answer. Let me answer quickly.
Yeah.
You come to a place of no thought. No thought is there. Okay? That place exists. No thought. No. So that place, does that have to think that there is no thought?
No, but a panic. There's a panic that comes up.
Yeah, panic comes up.
That I have to be in the world. Because I feel if I stay there, I won't get a handle on the world.
Ah, okay. So what we know, when there's no thought, one thought exists, I exist. The I is there at that no thought place. And remember, the I is the king of thoughts. You say, I'll go to a place where there are no thoughts. No thought is there, except you. Because you say, well, I want to stay here. And this very thought, I want to stay there, cause you trouble.
Yes.
You are that.
Yes.
But the thought, I want to stay, what is giving that thought power is another attachment. And the attachment is, I want to be here forever, but I don't want to lose my contact with the world. That is the string. Remember I told you, it's like you're called by the voice of God. It's coming from inside a cave. Come, my darling. Come, Jimmy, come. Come, I'm here for you. But some fear come. But at the same time, you're attracted to go. So then you get a long rope and you tie it around your waist. And you tie a very end to a tree. And then you go in. Just in case, it's a trick. And you get lost, I can follow my rope, come out. So you put a condition on it, you see. You come to a place no thought, already no thought. But one thought is there. And the thought, I am here. And this I am here wants to be, I want to be here all it. It's a trick. The I, which is a thought, I want to be in the no thought forever. But this I is going to generate thousands of thoughts. First of all, it declares, I don't want to lose my connection with the world. That's important to me. So how are you going to be in no thought with such a thought?
It's my fear of dying, because I feel if I stay there, I will never have a job. I will land up in the gutter, and I just have to allow
this threat and this delusion has been putting you again and again in life after life, because of this fear. And this fear can be defeated, really. This fear can be defeated. And I will tell you, you have to be willing to take the risk for freedom. It's like we are like they say, there's somebody sitting in a cell, in a jail cell. They're sitting there and it's cold and dark and there's nobody, no friends, there's no light. And they're there, locked into some sort of state of real just isolation and just so painful. But they have the key in their hand. But they won't use. Why will not use the key? So something is saying that, well, at least here I am peaceful. Nobody trouble me.
Yeah.
At least my cell is private. The minds find a way to catch your attention very easily. Just by this one little thought, one little desire, which is, I want to be in this no, because you are the witness, you are verifying that the no mind is so up. Tell me yourself, what is no mind like? No thought is there. You've been there. Tell me a little bit about it.
It's wonderful. It's blissful.
Of course, look at her talk like that. It's blissful. But you want blissful plus. the world, which is not blissful.
To relax into the dance. I just want to relax into it all, you know. Please, will you help me, Moojibaba?
Yes, yes, my love, of course.
Please help me get over that hook.
Yes.
That hook
Yes.
gets me.
Let's go back to the place then where you come to no mind. No thought, no thought, no thought. Even the thought, I want to still keep my most vibrant connection with the world, is also thought. So let him go out the room. You go out, wait outside. Here I am not going to hold the hand of that thought, because that thought is the most dangerous thought. That thought is keeping you a prisoner.
Okay.
Because you've had this thought anyway. You had this thought anyway. What has been the fruit of keeping that thought with you? You have your connection with the world, you have all those things. What is the beauty of them? Why were they not enough?
Because they didn't have the pure awareness.
Yes. Now you have pure awareness. God has put in your one hand a pure awareness, in the other hand this thought, I want to be connected in the world. And he says, okay, which one will you keep? You can only keep one.
Pure awareness. For sure.
It's not an imaginary game now.
Oh, sure.
Not a game of imagination.
There's a little bit of doubt.
Yes, there's a little bit of...
No, I've got to get over, there's a little doubt there, Moojibaba.
That what?
Is to jump off the cliff and without fear.
Darling, there is no cliff.
Okay. Okay.
The mind is the cliff. The mind is giving you this, look, catch 22. You must jump off blindly. For some people, that might be an actual thing that they may have to just exercise out that thought, you know, jump off the cliff. We can do it now. Let's jump together.
Okay.
Okay? Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
So, all right. Okay. So the thought is, okay, now you are making the choice. I'm leaving. Either you have one of two things. You can either take the thought you're trying to keep for the world and throw it off the cliff. Start with that one. Okay? Or you can take the opportunity for total liberation, uncompromising, no deals, and throw that off the cliff. Let's start there. You cannot go with both of them. You cannot have a parachute jump while not leaving the earth. Now I'm making it another way around for you. I say, okay, you have two hands. One has got the connection with the world, the sweet freedom, the sweet connection with the world. I'm in touch. I'm not being left behind. I'm up to date with what's happening in my life. That's one hand. And the other hand, I have unbroken awareness, pure joy, which you already testified to. You must throw one off the cliff. You invited this because you wanted it, no?
I throw the attachment to the world off the cliff.
Okay.
And then I still jump.
And still jump.
Yeah.
Okay, double liberation.
Yeah.
If you throw that thing, you don't have to jump. But if you want to experience free fall, no jumpsuit, jump also.
Jump.
But it has to be more than a kind of like a psychological exercise. You see. You can throw the stuff that you talk about the world, you can throw it at me through the screen if you want to. Right. You have thrown. Be done with it. Be done with it. So now you're empty, empty, empty.
Yeah.
Empty, empty, empty. I took it. Now you're empty, empty, empty. Only awareness with you, which you cannot throw because that would be in you. It's there with you. Awakened consciousness. You're awake to your consciousness. Any problems? Did you throw everything? You don't have anything in the pocket? You threw everything? Okay. Are you waiting for something to happen?
Nothing at all.
Yeah, it is good. It is good.
Thank you, Mooji.
Thank you. I may have a chance to check back with you after. Thank you. Wonderful, Jimmy. I'm very, very happy I took the chance and spoke with you. Thank you. Very good. So great, so great. Nana? You look surprised. You had your hand up, no?
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you. I feel that in doing this exercise, both in the pre-days and here, the coming home is not the hardest thing. I feel like it's almost like relaxing into the arms of a loved one or of my mother, but there are no arms. It feels quite like easeful. There's not so much struggle, and I can observe. And I feel like I've been in this space many times before since childhood. And it feels almost like spiritual gymnastics, that the going back to mind is just a habit that I need to train myself out of through doing more and more of this.
Yes.
My question is, and it's a question that I feel that I have for my higher being, but because you're so much more advanced, I can put it to you. And I'm grateful I have the opportunity, is between the play of the formless and of form. I feel like in this form that I have right now in this lifetime, I have a karmic purpose, a purpose of service. And I feel like I've been trying to serve in this way since I have been able to. And now that I feel and I know that I have the opportunity to live more and more into the formless, I feel that I'll be able to serve from that place. But my question is, how do I move? And I know that this will come, but I feel grateful to ask this to you, and I hope it will help others too. How do I move between this formless and the form, which I feel is tied to who I was born to and my country and all of this and the form that I'm in now? How do I move between the formless and the form and my service, my purpose?
Okay. As long as you have an intention, however high the intention is, it's like you will not totally let go into the formless, you see? It's like the formless is, you are waiting for the realization of the formless to serve the highest expression of the form. So it's like, there's a big snake in the room, and now you want it out. There's all the troubles, you want it out. And now it's going out. Now we start to celebrate. The head is in the garden. We are singing songs and celebrating, but the tail is in the room. So let the snake go completely out the room. Or put it another way, you fully, because I'm saying this is very important, because a number of people have come here. You come to the door and you turn away a little bit. Or you say, I've been there. I've been there. But and the door was open, and I could see the Lord, and I was having a conversation. But I stayed outside the room. So my encouraging, come, let go. Don't be tied to the tree outside of the cave. Come right in, because otherwise you will holding onto a doubt. If I let go fully into the arms of the Supreme, I may not get to fulfill my earthly projection. And I still want to be able to say to God, but God wants me to do it. And I say, no, leave that for now. Come fully in and let God live through you whatever He has planned for you. Otherwise you are between two things, Yeah, I want, I see that I'm coming more into the higher self, but maybe some little resistance. It's a little bit like what Jimmy was saying earlier, because she said, no, I've come to this place of no mind, no thought. And it's so wonderful, Babaji. How can I really, I want to stay here. She said, I want to stay here. But at the other hand, I have something that say, I don't want to lose my sweet contact with the world. Many people are on this in-between state. And the mind tell you, you are sufficiently close to God, so go and do your thing. He'll watch over your thing. And so your thing and you are connected. And your thing and you become disconnected. Because God does not want 90% of you. All of you. And all of you that belong to God is all of you that is you. And you are not going to have a higher and more fulfilled life than being totally offered. I know sometimes the mind doesn't want to hear this. It wants to keep a little ace up the sleeve, a little bit of a little card, just in case of times of trouble. I can flick up my little ace of spades. And I say, no, have the intention. We have no scientific instrument for measuring 100% being with God. It's totally heart consciousness. And it comes by just feeling, I'm totally here for this. And to stay as the awareness only. Because something is pulling very strongly. Come, connect with me. We can do things together. And also, maybe not even that voice. Maybe that voice is a kind of trouble. To stay out and to, and also, maybe it's not even a choice. Against your conscious will, something goes there. By the force of habit. So by the force of habit, we find ourselves again. But now you're conscious, and something is saying, but wait a second. Like the Lord is giving me conscious eyes, conscious mind now, to see that actually, am I willing to continue to live in my head, having not really any real control over that? I mean, that is just something that I'm brought again into the jungle of confusion so easy. And it's like, even if I say, no, I'm not going to go there, it's like it has no power, because the force of habit just brings you there. And so this exercise is tailor-made for you to say, try it, because then you start to see where you have compromised on the fullness of your being. Because the glory of God is the very essence of your being. It's not two, it's not divorced. And so we have to overcome. That's the challenge of having a human existence. You have the power to discern and to feel what the world offers you, and then what it seems that God is offering. It's offering, It is a very dualistic place, and we are very comfortable in duality largely. But for me, you will come to a place where you are not separated from God. And I'm not saying that you're equal with God, because that's a mental concept. There's nobody equal with God. There's no two to be equal with God. But in the harmony field and the oneness field of God, Don't leave 1% out willingly. It might happen that they may appear to be 1-2% out, but not willingly. Be conscious, and then you come fully into your power, fully into your joy, but it is not a separated joy. You see? So this was why I mentioned Jimmy, because she was very, 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 I would say, a very enlightening sharing, because she gave it very clearly. I came to the place of no thought. Look at that. I came to the place of no thought. You know how many people are trying to get to the place of no thought? Well, maybe not so many, actually. Maybe some people, they feel I want to go to no thought, and they hold that as a thought. But she actually came and experienced the absence of thought and said, I love it here. And then, ding, a thought come. But I don't want to lose contact with some juicy part of my life. I don't want to be left out of that. And that thought bought you bondage. Because 1% of conscious decision to keep out to yourself something for your person is very costly, I feel. And putting everything in the basket of God is actually what your soul yearns for. But the mind somehow blurs that, like, whoa, that's a risk, and well, what's going to happen to my, because God gave me this ability. He gave me this ability to entertain, to serve, to give, to share, to show my talents. Yes, you give this also. And some people give it right back. I also made prayer like that. I asked God, listen, please, I want to give you back all the meanings you gave me. All the meanings of each thing, the names and the meanings, please take it, because it's become trouble for me. All the meaning. And including even I. This I was my biggest trouble, because it became an I of separation. So the prayer was, I offer even my I to you, please. Then it will get cleaned and put back, because it needs the I to be there. All the things that the Supreme manifest in this form, called Nana, everything is there. Is for somehow because you needed to have this experience, and to develop in discernment and inner power and light. But don't make the mistake of thinking that each of those things, or collectively all of them, can compare with the glory of God in you. So that takes faith and takes courage. When we live in the world, and the world gives so many things, you can have this, look what you can do, this, negotiate. So you have come to a high level of consciousness that brought you to this point to say, you can choose. The game can go on in the way of personhood and the adventures and misadventures of personhood, or you can come into the fullness of your being as pure consciousness. And let me tell you, no one experiences greater joy and the purity of life like one awakened to themselves. Your heart is lacking nothing at all, but the head will keep on treading. It's like that. I don't know if each of you listening is really hearing me in the right way, because it's almost like the mind is going, but why should I have to give up all my sweeties? And they're like, who wants your sweeties? They're not that sweet. It's just making higher choices and experiencing them immediately also. This is it. Nothing is of any value. Nothing of any value will be lost by you becoming fully awake. You see. It's like, oh, I'm abandoning the world prematurely. No. This is not anything new to you. This is a whole trick you've been playing. It's not that It's not that the life is asking you to return your senses, or give me back the senses, give me back this, give me back that. But see them with clear eyes. See them with the clarity of your being. You are not an accident. You are the conscious expression of God's grace and power. I am not here, I'm not preaching any religion to anybody. I'm speaking on the basis of consciousness. Something that without which you are not even aware of your existence. So I keep it in that term. I'm not going to have to use any term that people, oh, I don't believe. I'm trying to say what I shared with everyone about this exercise is anybody from any walk of life can take it. And not feeling that, oh, I have to give up my this, I have to give up. No, I ask you not even to give up anything. Do the exercise, learn the power of observing and with detachment. That is one of the greatest power God gives you, to observe with detachment more and more. And if you feel, well, no, there's something that is so attached, observe this also, and just hold on to your being even. I'm not asking you to weigh one thing against another thing. I'm just saying, hold on to the sense of being. Don't sell out to the mind. Just be its witness. Stand apart as the witness of whatever. Beautiful, ugly things doesn't matter. Don't get involved, and just be aware. Just like you are now. And keep the power of your awareness onto yourself, that you're conscious that you're witnessing, and that you don't have to make any judgments about it. And so fix your attention only on being. Now, beingness is not an object of attention. It's not like you can look at the beingness, oh, it's over there. You know? It is so one with you that everything else is else. Everything else is watched from the awareness that you are. I say, can you stay as the awareness? And even when the mind is calling you, come take shape and play with me. You see? And then you start to feel its pull. And in that conscious recognition, you realize that, wait a second, I didn't sign an agreement for this, that something can play so fully in my mind throughout my waking day, that if I choose to be independent of it, it seems to still have power. And by this exercise, it will change that. It will change that. It will bring you back to feel the fullness, the completeness, the richness, and the grace of your heart as it is. And you have to remember, when you wake up, your mind is not your enemy. The mind will more be like an enemy to the ego or the personal identity, because it cannot intimidate your pure heart. It can only intimidate and distract your personal identity or ego. So all of what I'm sharing with you can already begin to transition today, right now, like it is like that. You see? So I'm so happy I chose you, I saw you, to call you and say, because this is a very important conversation. And I see it is coming up. It came up with Chimi before. We talked, same thing. The sense of choice, and the world sometimes feel like has a stronger pull because of habit, and unchecked habit. So now with the exercise, we are learning to check and to check in and to see the cost of the habit. That you may have been saying things you don't deeply agree with and doing things you don't truly agree with because the run of this habit. And in various cultures, we have different names for that. And they're not so good. You must rest back here. How far a journey is it to be here? So this is the place, the auspicious opportunity and timing that life has brought you to that place. And it's not that somebody's going to push you off a cliff. I want you to be conscious. And it's not that you're consciously every part you're negotiating, but just consciously you make a choice. You say, I choose this. And help me to fulfill this choosing. And the power is there to do this. Because when you have made the higher choices in your life, the universal consciousness totally supports that. It also supports you when you made low choices, because it gave you the power to choose and to taste the fruit of your choice. But now it's offering you, now you come to make high choice. And you will not regret it. No one has ever, as far as I know, awakened to the truth of themselves, to come back to their heart and regretted it. One time in India, we had a friend, a doctor in India, and he was very lovely guy, young doctor. He used to come and see me in Rishikesh when we were having satsang some years ago. And he was spending his time in a very auspicious place, the cave of the sage Vashista cave. He was staying there. And he used to come and visit me. And one day he was visiting, and he shared this thing with me. He said, I met a man who became awake. He has been awake from, I don't remember. You remember how long? Something like 12 years or something. He's been awake for many years. And then he fell back into delusion. I was so shuffled up. I said, no, it's not possible. Not possible, except as a sign of God for some other higher reason. How is it possible? No, sir. Bring me to this man. Bring this man to me, or I want to meet someone like that, because I cannot accept that is so. You cannot wake up to the fullness of who you are, beyond even this bodily manifestation, to the fullness of yourself, your eternal being, and fall back into delusion. I said, no, he must have been keeping something. He must have been keeping some, Chimmy can listen to me. He must have been keeping something there to say, yes, I'm 99.9% with you, Father, but this one little 0.1%, please let me keep this. And that's going to inflate. Must be something like that. And we are not having any machine to count how much percentage. It's just, the percentage is just your heart, your intention, your earnestness. You see? There's nobody but God and yourself can measure that. Just your earnest. I will this, I choose this. And as you move more fully into the light of your choice, you may feel that it becomes even more brighter. You say, oh, I keep choosing this. Because of the love you feel, because of the joy you feel, because of the freedom you feel. And you may realize, oh my gosh, for a long time I've been holding you at bay. I've been holding you at arm's length. Because I'm saying, I'm on my way, I'm coming. Let me just fulfill my left hand. You see? So it's like that. Sometimes we speak these things, and sometimes it may bring up a sense of discomfort in some people. But it's a healthy discomfort. It's healthy because it means that there's something being recognized. Wait a second, I just put that in the basket of God too. Meaning I'm not holding on to any, I'm not making any compromise when it comes to freedom. Put everything, offer everything. And you offer everything and you still have everything left. How amazing. What kind of thing is this? So wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks to you, and wonderful that we can have an opportunity in our retreat space to come to this place to talk about this also.
Thank you.
Okay? All right. Okay. What was I going to say now? That I am such in my heart that I have nothing in the universe that I'm putting and saying, okay, this part is not good. Every form, every religion, every nation, every person everything like that. God is the God over all of them, so I accept them in my heart. I have nobody to say, yes, this one is this, and no, I'm not with them, I'm with this one. Don't become a specialist in your spiritual search. If you're going to be a specialist, specialize in being totally single-minded in your intention, just to be free. And along the way, you get little appetizers, little things to encourage you. Yeah, take another step and take more step. The mind will say it's a trap. But the mind is the biggest trap. Thank you. We will talk with you. Okay? Thank you. Very good.